Coming up this week on Archer's Choice.
Yeah, this week we're gonna head to Montana, Deep in the Bush Adventures with Jeff Jerome.
I think I'm gonna sit back and watch it on video because being in person with you, your dad was, woo! Montana, Deep in the Bush, Jeff Jerome. Wow. Welcome to this week's Archer's Choice.
Yeah, this week we're gonna head to Montana, Deep in the Bush Adventures with Jeff Jerome.
Jerome from New York.
That's right.
He's a crazy man. Crazy man.
He's a crazy man. Where you guys are gonna be hunting whitetails. And I mean, we've been up there a few times now.
Yes, and
we seem to run out of time.
it's not running out of time. It's we see them, we're trying to move on them, and we just never give up. And I'm going to tell you something. The wait was worth it.
It was. Well, I don't know, because actually this whole week's episode is you and RJ. So like technically, I'm actually don't even need to be on this show because it's just you and RJ on this show. I wasn't even there. So you know what? Goodbye.
This is going to be a much better show. Well, we decided to head north. We're going to leave Vicky and RJ and everybody back in Colorado while they were hunting elk, and we were going to go, Terry and I were going to head up to Forsyth, Montana to hunt with Jeff Jerome. Well, we just got into camp at Deep in the Bush Adventures with Jeff and his right hand Jake, and right away we were looking at photos, and well, I think we got a plan. And this evening, it's going to start west-northwest. And then she's going to swing to the west, and then it's showing at 7 o'clock a little southwest. But if you look at our compass, what we're trying to look at, trying to see the field, we can ride that southwest wind because that wind is going to push us down this hedge. But what we're trying to do is judge that shot, that stand placement, whether it's a ground blind or a tree stand, is just seeing where we want to be with that wind. And with the winds they're talking about, even if it's swinging from northwest, west to southwest, we should be okay. So after glassing, coming up with some strategies, Jeff picks us up, and then he takes us into the stand in the field. Well, we're back here with D&B, Deep in the Bush Adventures, Jeff Jerome, and his guide Jake. We're here in Montana. We just left Colorado. It's our first night sit here, and we'll see what's going to happen. And I got to tell you, it wasn't real long, and we started seeing the deer. Walking to the north. He'd have been a nice deer. Looks like he might be past his ears. And it's hard to see because he's far out and these leaves with the wind. It's 5:38. We had 2 bucks come through. And they're getting bigger. That's what Terry and I are waiting on. We're actually in the same set that Jen and Jess were in a few weeks ago.
So it's been pretty quiet. We had a lot of deer just milling around and all this in front of us. But now they're starting to pop out again, so we're going to be on our toes. It's about 6:30, so could last hour or so, hour and a half. This hunt, Deep in the Bush Adventures. But now it seems to be picking up again a little bit. We'll see how the day goes.
You know, as all of us hunters know, I mean, no matter how close they get, sometimes you can't get the shot, and you gotta wait, and she did. Everything was perfect. He goes out, turns, and...
Oh, did I miss?
This segment was brought to you by Bass Pro Cabela's. Archer's Choice is brought to you by Alps. Exceed your expectations. Bass Pro Cabela's. Your adventure starts here. Browning, the best there is. Cyclops Lights. Get out of the dark. Easton, made in the U.S. since 1922. Hoyt, get serious. Get Hoyt. Hunter Specialties. Serious hunting tools. NAP, hunt with confidence.
We are in between feeding to the north and bedding to the south. These deer will slowly start coming off those alfalfa fields, corn, and they're gonna start coming back in. Perfect placement. We just need the deer to come through now. I gotta tell you, you know, and we told you that the moisture, they had so much moisture that the grass was taller than we've ever seen it. Even though the ground blinds are in the right spot, we had deer passing us, we couldn't even see them. We definitely couldn't get a shot at them.
So was the issue you just too short, or was it the grass too tall?
You're just like your mother. You know, we've said this for years, and that is, you know, finding outfitters that work with you. They're never just sitting back at the camp, man. They're out in the bush, and they're trying to figure things out, and Jeff just did. He really did. He found a new area, new trail, you know, coming off one of the main food sources. And he said, guys, we need to set up. So what did we do? We set it up. You know, the morning, it started out slow, but we knew the deer were out in the fields, and you know, we had some good deer movement, and then all of a sudden I look up and boom, here he comes. Oh my gosh. Terry, buck, shooter, buck, shooter. Yeah. Look at the blood, Spitfire. He's right here. He's right here. There. There. Look at this. What do you say? We've hunted with Jeff for a couple years, and we just couldn't catch a break. But all the deer, the sign, everything has always been here. And I'll tell you what, I won't shoot it I won't complain about not shooting a deer every year. If you could shoot one like this every few, hunting here with Jeff, we're in. That's a magnificent, magnificent buck. Montana, deep in the bush, Jeff Jerome.
That is a giant. Oh my God.
This segment was brought to you by Browning.
Hey, if you like what you just saw,
Follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
check out our website, www.archerschoice.com.
This segment is brought to you by Easton.
I gotta tell you, sure enough, this big galoot pulls into camp, and Dad was I was strutting like a turkey, man. I was so excited that you were in camp, and we, you and I were gonna share this
Only
time.
a few days late, though.
Yeah, but that's all right, man. It's what you gotta do. If you people actually heard some of the conversation that this man right here and all of these guys were talking about, yep. Vicky, I just want you to know I have tried, really tried hard to try to protect these two young men.
I just want you to know, Vicky, they're gonna come home men.
Yeah. Yeah, after these stories, I guarantee you that's the truth. Oh my God.
I've been told not to say anything if I don't have anything to do to say, so I'm just not gonna say anything.
Yep. But the cool thing was, is we were doing some pre-scouting for you, you know what I mean? And, we checked out a whole lot of things. As we told you, finally, we started getting those deer coming back in that field, and we thought, you know what? It might be the time. I think Jeff was pretty determined. He was scouting for you. And then he had that idea to get that blind elevated up in there, him and Jake. So he did the homework. We just sat there and just helped and said, yeah, okay, that's good.
I was never good at homework.
Yeah, I know that. Trust me, I know. Yeah.
Those deer were crossing right in front of Mom's blind where she sat last year.
So if she was there, she probably would have got one.
She would have got one.
Yeah, don't tell her.
I don't plan on it.
No.
You know that feeling when you're sure you hit it dead on, I didn't have that feeling that time.
No, you didn't.
No,
huh?
I felt like it was a miss.
But I'm going to tell you, you did the right thing. You came back to camp. You got, you know, and that's the power of doing what we do, filming. You know, you can turn around. We looked at the footage. We actually looked at it again on the TV, and we marked exactly where his back was to literally show you how far down he dropped.
He dropped a lot, too.
And that's what a great learning tool. I guess the bottom line is, if someone tells you they never missed, they probably ain't shot much.
This segment was brought to you by NAP. Archer's Choice is brought to you by Muddy, serious gear for serious hunters. Plano, protect your passion. Tracker, built for love of country. Spy Point, connected to your passion. True Glow, when brightness counts. Archer's Choice is also brought to you by these fine sponsors.
We got in here early this morning, like pitch black, and we've been sitting here. It's been pretty chilly all morning. The wind's kind of been on and off, and it's been strong, whatever it is. And we just had a couple does walking through here.
So we knew that morning was pretty slow. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
you saw some deer, but I don't know what happened. The winds might have been swirling a little bit, but
It was a little chilly that morning, though, too.
so we actually came in. We were sneaking in. We were just going to come get you guys, and we were about 100 yards from you. And we look, and you are slowly standing up, reaching for your bow, and I mean, we stopped. We are walking in, and we pushed some deer to RJ, and we could see him up in his stand, and he just slowly got his bow.
I'm shaking. I think from this angle, I hope I pinned him because he's pretty far down. He didn't move when I shot. So it looked a little, I went down into it, it looked a little high. But from this angle, it might go right where we need it.
What's going on? Come on. Can't leave your dad hanging. Come on, buddy. Oh, man. Give him a hug, too. Hey.
Good job, buddy. Good job. Proud of you.
So that's where he was, huh? Hey, hey, there he is! Come on! Oh, crap, buddy! Oh, come on, let's go get him.
No, I'm not done yet. More hugs. Thank you.
Listen, this old heart, I can't take that stuff anymore, man. I think I'm gonna sit back and watch it on video because being in person with you, your dad was, whoop! That was a little too yes. Oh yeah, man, it was awesome. That was really cool.
Very.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, that alone, right there, is a book deer. Yeah, a lot of you guys are going, what do you mean? That is a book deer. That's RJ's first whitetail with a bow. He shot everything else, and I mean, look at, this is it. This is here with Jeff and Jake and deep in the bush, man. I'm telling you, this is Montana, huh?
Congratulations, you two. I wish I would have been there with them, but you know what? Some other things happened and I had to go home. And you guys, congratulations. RJ, his first buck with his bow, with his Hoyt. Ralph, you shot a monster.
Woo,
Jeff, Jake, thanks for taking care of my boys while I wasn't allowed to be there.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you weren't there, but we sure did knock them good, didn't we, bud?
They did. Oh my gosh. Jeff, Deep in the Bush Adventures, thank you so much again for everything. And you guys rocked it. Good job.
Thank you. You know, and Jeff is so great with the kids. I mean, that's what he lives for.
Right.
You know, getting his boys out and keeping them out hunting and fishing and all that. But listen, we can't thank you enough. And I'm going to tell you what, the only thing that could have made this one a little bit better, if she was there with us.
But that's okay. Hey,
Yep.
we'll see you next week. Same time,
Same channel.
right here.
On the Archer's Choice. Oh.
Closed captions brought to you by Wounded Warrior Outdoors, providing wounded servicemen and women with therapeutic outdoor adventures.
Go on, say the whole thing.
He
Say
can't.
we'll see you next week.
Yeah.
We'll see you next week.
Oh, my.
Same time,
Same time,
same
place.
channel,
No, channel.
here.
Here. On the
He
Archer's
gets this from
Choice.
his mother.